Alright guys, how's it going? Now in this video I'm going to be talking about some comments that Alexis Allister has made in an interview with the Spanish football daily AS. That publication is pro Real Madrid. It has a lot of coverage about Real Madrid, leans towards them, you know what I mean? It does cover the other clubs here in Spain, touches on European football as well, especially Liverpool, because obviously Liverpool are flying high and recently beat Real Madrid. It's an interview with them. I've mentioned it in my morning briefing today, but I thought that I should do a standalone video because it's very important that some of the things that he says in the interview in terms of his future. And I think as a result of that interview, you might see some headlines this week about, McAllister wants Spain move, you know what I mean? Or wants to play in Spain and all that. So I just want to give you some clarity. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's why I'm here for you, so that you can see what is actually said and then have that knowledge moving forward if you ever see him linked with Real Madrid, Barcelona, etc., etc. All right? I'm going to go through the entire interview with you. Remember, it has been translated. I'm fairly good with my Spanish. I do get help as well, with translators. And also, because I review the papers in the cafe in the morning here in Spain, I do have, friends that go there every morning, the Spanish workmen, the staff, the owner as well. I often go up to him and I'll say, what does that mean? I can't get the right translation, So you can access, the Spanish football dailies online. However, the print version is often different. And if you access a Spanish publication online and it has an English version, that is usually always different. And the added bonus that we have is that we also get the opinion pieces as well in the papers. And shout out to those of you that do support me with this feature I do every morning, because we worked out the other day that it's costing $200 to $250 a month, depending on how many coffees you have each day. I enjoy it. I enjoy doing it for you guys. So for validation, someone in the summer, do you remember when we were doing the summer reviews of like Zubimendi news and that? He's mentioned in the morning briefing today, a bit of a blow there. You need to go and see that if you haven't already. Someone said, you need to validate, show us what's in the papers. So there we go for validation. There's the date. Is it there? Well, can we see the date there? Not that they'll fucking understand. They might understand the number. There we go. All right. So there's the article, and it's substantial. Let's have a look. I'm going to go through the questions. How does Liverpool's slot change? I'm so sorry. I'm carrying a bit of a chesty thing at the moment. How does Liverpool's slot change? How does Liverpool's slot compare to Klopp's? Let's just go with that. We came from a long process with Jurgen where the main ideas were already known. Basically, Arne Slot has not come to change everything, but to add his methodology to what we had already been working on. The biggest difference is patience when we have the ball. And we have the ball more now. The team is doing very well, as we saw against Real Madrid in the Champions League and against Manchester City in the Premier League. And then he's asked, in addition, against two direct and important rivals. And he said, yes, that's it. It was a challenge for us to show that we can compete and win. I am happy with both matches and especially with the two results. How was the dressing room after beating Madrid? It was a knock on the table. As I have commented before, the team was very happy. Marking Madrid was something nice and special. It's one of the best teams in the world. Now I want more. Were you surprised by Madrid? Did you notice nerves in players like Mbappe? I don't like to talk much about the rival too much, but for us, it wasn't a surprise. There was criticism towards Real Madrid, but we understand that this is linked to its history for being a great club with important players like Mbappe. Remember the day after that game? The Spanish press absolutely fucking battered, slaughtered Mbappe. It was all his fault, do you remember? Talking about tomorrow's away game, saying you're at a great level, you are at a great level, talking about the visit to Montelivi. You are at a great level, like everyone. And he said, one always tries to do better. I feel very comfortable with my colleagues I have next to me, as they simplify my work a lot. I don't focus on the individual. My priority is that the team wins. How is Salah? He inspires us a lot. on and off the pitch. He is an example of hard work and dedication, always looking to give the best of himself. He is a very hard-working person and gives everything. Sorry. Do you see him renewing? I hope he can continue next year at Liverpool. I want the negotiations to be able to come to fruition. He looks happy here. He is a legend of this club. It would be ideal if he could finish his career here, but these are very personal decisions. And Alexander-Arnold and Van Dijk, two other important players? Yes, hopefully Trent and Virgil can stay with us together with Salah. Alexander-Arnold has enormous quality, as Rafa Benitez would say. For sure. I have always said that he was criticised for his defensive role, but I have no doubt that both in defence and in attack, he is a differential player. Like Salah, he is in negotiations and hopefully he can stay in the team. Was the World Cup a key event for you in your career? Qatar gave me a place in the national team. I feel comfortable because of the way of playing football that has always been a characteristic of Argentina, that is. It's always, it always seeks to have the ball as much as possible and connect through the pass. Winning a World Cup is the maximum. What does Messi mean to an Argentine? Leo is everything for my generation, and for those of us who have shared a wardrobe with him, that's it. It shows in every match, training or in a talk, to be a person and a top player. There is no date for the final. Are you looking forward to playing against Spain? Yes, I like the way Spain plays. Spain has a lot of young footballers who play very well with a very capable coach. I already faced Luis de la Fuente at the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games, being in the same group. I saw that his idea of the game has always been very clear. I like it. I hope the final can be played soon. Finally, and this is the most important one, and I think this is the one that might get blown up a little bit, so you know where it's coming from. Do you ever see yourself in Spain? Yes. Why not? It is a country that I like very much, and I have visited it several times, and above all, because of the language and culture, it is very similar to Argentina. I would definitely like to play in Spain one day. But today, I am very comfortable at Liverpool. Very happy at Liverpool. No surprises there with a player from Argentina talking about playing in Spain one day. He was asked the question. These are points that I need to stress to you. Players can be very, coordinated, very tactical with, an agent saying, you're going to do an interview with the Spanish press because we want to alert those clubs. We want to put that vibe out there that you're open to playing in Spain. Now, one day could be next year, next season. I somewhat doubt that. I think he is very happy at Liverpool. He comes across as a very genuine person. People that I know associated to the club say he's really liked. He's not one of them players that people are like, what are you fucking doing? You know what I mean? Like, you got to imagine if you work amongst a group of men, or even if you're a woman working in a group of women, there's some that get on your tits, that some that, you get on with, some that you'll never get on with. Don't think that every Liverpool player gets on with every Liverpool player. There's times when there's players fucking hate each other, all right? Think back to Emlyn Hughes and Tommy Smith, for example. Do you know what I mean? And Tommy Smith, he used to tell me all sorts, you know what I'm saying? And I used to say to him, well, how does that work when you're playing with each other? Like, hashtag no Diddy. What I mean is, does that mean that you won't pass the ball to him then? You know what I mean? You'd rather pass to another team. No, he was like, no. We play for the team, we represent Liverpool. Absolute professionalism. He's just a twat off the pitch. Do you know what I mean? And there's other examples of that in more recent times where I'd rather not talk about that. So, is this a ploy? Is this a calculated interview? Get him out there, get him to say these things. I don't know the background to the interview. It sounds to me like it was with AS. I don't know if this is an interview that's been syndicated all over. It's very Spanish related about Real Madrid and Mbappe. So anyway, that's basically it, to be honest with you guys. So, he wants to play in Spain, all right? You have to decide whether he's trying to fish for a move. I don't think so. I think that he's planting the seed. I think they're planting the seed. It's obvious. You give an interview to Spanish media, and if you say, I want to play in Spain, you wouldn't want to set shit off, would you? If you were like, well, I really don't want to fucking... They know what they're doing, is what I'm trying to say to you. It's just like, Is it just like he knows what he's doing? He's saying, yeah, one day I'd like to play in Spain, which I think it's that, versus when Mo Salah did that interview during COVID with the Spanish press. I thought that was him and Rami Abbas trying to instigate a move to Real Madrid, personally, what we called at the time the Egyptian plan. There was a lot of pressure on Mo in Egypt from big business, from politicians, for an Egyptian player to go to Real Madrid, for example. And I think that was part of the plan at one time. So I didn't trust Mo at the time. I thought that was a calculated example of flirting. And also with Barcelona as well, when it became clear that maybe there wasn't going to be an option to Real Madrid. But that's history. We don't need to concern ourselves with that. I'm just trying to make comparisons between a calculated interview with the media overseas versus this. Maybe you have a different opinion to me. But I'm going to leave that with you. I'm quite calm with the interview. But I wanted to tell you, because I think these Twitter twats, the aggregators, the content creators, they might start running headlines saying, McAllister wants out or something like that, which it doesn't say that at all, does it? McAllister, they might even say McAllister wants Spain move. That would be a truthful headline, wouldn't it? But will they include the bit that says one day? Or it might just be enough to click you in, to lure your attention. Now, if you follow my channel, you're already pre-warned, right? So you follow me. I'm going to be discussing this on the members website today. I'll put all the quotes on there for the VIPs, but you now have that little bit of knowledge, right? And I searched this morning and I couldn't see anything out there picking up on this yet, but I suspect they will do. But now you can go, hey, don't know's best, Dave KP. I already know because I follow the big man. All right? Cheers, guys. I'll leave that with you. So don't be flapping if you see it. And what would you agree with me? That's just like, yeah, he's just saying, like, we expect this from those sorts of players, don't we, from that region? Hey, one day I would like to go there. So, but at the same time, he's still mentioning it, and it is opening up for maybe something down the line, and that's something we need to consider. So in the future, we might see a bit of shit imminently, from these people trying to make it all clickbaity and that. But what we need to consider moving forward next season, maybe this, whatever, is if we start to see those links, we can look back to this, can't we, and go, well, he did want to go out there. Is it related? And I'll do my best to keep you informed. I'm so sorry that I'm coughing and whatever. But I have got a bit of a chesty thing going. I'm all right, like. I know it's just not very helpful in the middle of a video, okay? I do apologise. If you appreciate this video, please thumbs up this video. Now, if you have a comment about this, I would really like your comments on this one, to be honest with you. I think it's good for discussion. Please drop me a comment. And if you want to support this kind of content, me going out and buying the Spanish dailies and just supporting this channel in general, if you want to help a brother out and you're in a position to do so, please hit the super thanks. Buy me a coffee, or a beer, however way you want to look at it. And if it doesn't work, there's 3 other ways in the video description. I'll leave that with you. All right, guys. Don't forget to become a channel member as well. All right. Take care. Speak to you in a bit.